Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is CeeChronicles, and if you're joining me here for the very first time, I post fragrance related content weekly and consistently. So if that sounds like something that interests you guys, please do consider joining us here by subscribing. I'd very much appreciate it if you became part of the family. And to those who are returning, thank you so much guys for the continued support. If you've watched my previous video, you will see that I was dressed the same way. So this is a, I just decided to do two videos in one, but post them on separate days. This particular one is going to focus on the YARA collection. So I've got 3 YARAs in my collection. This one, and the Moi. Okay. So I'm just going to give you a brief take of all of them for you to know which one you actually gravitate towards. However, I do have extensive reviews of each fragrance in case you want the, the details of each fragrance. And if you've seen the thumbnail, I did say I was going to clue you up on something. Okay, so as we get into this video, I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. Maybe let's start with Assad, the one that I don't have. I don't have Assad, guys, but that is a woodsy, warm, spicy, tobacco-y fragrance reminiscent of Dior Sauvage Elixir. The only reason why I don't have it, guys, is I do have a lot of Dior Sauvage Elixir dupes, and I didn't feel the need to add that one to my collection. However, now that I do have them like this, let me just show you quickly. Now that I do have them like this, I'm just tempted to buy the 4th one just to complete the collection. We'll see as we go. Anyway, the first YARA is going to be the original one, the pink one, guys. This is the one, I think, that made Lattafa extend the collection, because this one was a success, the original YARA. To the nose, I get a marshmallowy strawberry kind of scent. This is a feel-good fragrance, and from the collection, I absolutely love and adore this one the most. It has an element of familiarity, the DNA in itself, the composition feels familiar to the nose. So if you go and purchase this one expecting fireworks, you may not initially get that. However, there is an undeniable complexity with the same familiarity. I don't know whether I'm making any sense. Okay, it's going to be a DNA that doesn't kind of blow your socks off, but there is something in this composition that just is a bit complex, even to an extent difficult to describe. And the other thing about this collection, guys, is the bottles actually speak of what the fragrance is going to smell like. And this is why perhaps I'm having a tough time describing this, because it does smell and feel pink. I know, weird as it sounds, but this composition, guys, just smells pink. It's marshmallowy, it is tropical, there is underlying wafts of a coconut in here, but it's not a coconut scent. There's a milky tone to this, but it's not a milky scent. It's creamy, but it's not exactly creamy. There's a boozy accord as well with this fragrance. Now, I have noticed a couple of people in the comment section where I actually described this fragrance on its own or reviewed it on its own, saying that they don't get the same lasting power that I was talking about. I do get a beastly performing fragrance here, and I don't know, maybe there is something with the formulation or whatever, because I did pick up my YARA, I think when it was just 2 weeks or 3 weeks after production or something like that. So I get a beastly performing fragrance here. And if you watch the video, you will know that I did actually talk about a like an oily residue that was on this fragrance when I received it, which to an extent suggests that this particular one has a very thick oil concentration. So if the ones that are flying about on the market, guys, are not strong enough, then I don't know. But I do get a beastly performing fragrance here. You get wafts of it all day. It does project as well for about 2 to 3 hours. And on the clothing, guys, this fragrance lasts till the next wash. I mean, if you sprayed it on your clothes and then the clothes went to laundry and then you were ironing those clothes, you still get wafts of YARA. So I don't know, guys, it could be reformulation, it could be inconsistencies in production, I don't know, because Lattafas do make a lot of fragrances to a point that quality control could have issues there. So I'm not sure, but I do get beastly performance from the original YARA, and I'm gonna have to say outright it's my favorite from the collection. Now, as for that clue, that hint that I said I was gonna give you, I went went to the store, the Lattafa store, because they had a new range and this was off YARA stuff. And I just wanted the bottles. You know, I actually could have sent somebody to just blind buy these two fragrances for me. But I was in town, so I went physically there, and to my disappointment, Lattafa has released the same juice, but in a Astaf bottle, and that one is called Kasuf. You know, Kasuf, the white one, that's going to smell like YARA. I mean, identical. So if you have YARA, guys, this is the tip. There's absolutely no need to add that one to the collection unless you just love the bottle, because it has like a frosted bottle that is caged in a whitish whatever zigzag kind of pattern there. I'm going to put it on the screen obviously for you to see, but that is, you know, just another YARA packaged in a different bottle, which is what Lattafa tends to do from time to time. Why? I don't know. And then the second hint is the black one, because the Astaf one, that Kasuf, the white one, is twinning with the black one. The black one is an identical copy of Assad. So if you have Assad, it's entirely up to you whether you want to add the Astaf, Kasuf, the black one. You know, I'm going to put a picture of it as well. That will be entirely up to you, but it smells identical to Assad, which is part of the YARA line, as well as a dupe of Dior Sauvage Elixir. Now, let's go on to the second one, which is YARA TOUS. Now, YARA TOUS, just like YARA MOI, the color of the bottle is reminiscent of what the juice smells like. This smells like a ripened mango mixing with peach and some florals there. So this is why I said, for some reason, this collection, you know, will give you a mental shortcut of what to expect if you're the sort of person that looks at the colors of the fragrance or the color of the bottle, and you kind of like, you know, use your mental shortcut there to guess what it is gonna, you know, whether it's gonna do it for you or not. Now, TOUS, guys, is that ripened mango there mixing with a coconut. So do expect a lactonic kind of milky undertone in this fragrance. It's sweet as well. It's got a vanilla that's playing a key role towards that sweetness of this fragrance. It is somewhat synthetic. The passion fruit will give you what's of a synthetic kind of DNA in this. It doesn't personally bother me, but I am just saying, in case it bothers you, then it is something to look out for. Now, the tropical vibe of this fragrance has a dose of florals, just to make it a little exciting there. So do expect a fruity floral. You know, in the mid, you're gonna get jasmine. It's white florals. It's jasmine and something else. So in the mid, that is what you're gonna get. So that mango, tropical fruit, that tropical punch, everything there working there is gonna be mixing with the florals. If I didn't lose you there. So do expect a tropical juice, guys, from this one. A fragrance that I feel was befitting for the collection, considering they have the Assad, you know, for men, and then they do have the YARA that was very popular, and then they, you know, gave us a tropical sunny fragrance, if you will. The only thing I can say about this fragrance is do make sure that you like nutty, milky, coconutty fragrances, because it does have that thickness, that nutty, that creamy feel there, which can be a love or hate for some people. So it's gonna have like a milky undertone to it there. On 8 to 10 sprays, this one lasts the whole day. Does project, but I would say maybe an hour at arm's length. Another thing about it, though, it's a tropical, it does feel like a fragrance that you could possibly wear even in winter, because the concoction itself, it is quite thick in a way, you know, at least to my nose. So that is what I can say about YARA TOUS, which is the second favorite of mine from the collection. Now, the last one, guys, is YARA MOI, okay, which is this one, the white one, and it does have a powdery accord to it there, as well as a creaminess there and a peach. I'm not going to smell mine off the nozzle, because to an extent I feel this could just be a bad batch. I just don't like, you know, how this composition feels like. To me, it has that peach, it has like a musty kind of feel there. It feels a little bit damp, it feels a bit biscuity, it feels a bit popcorny. It is just a fragrance that when I sprayed, you know, for the first time, I had to wash off because it was like it's like a stomach turning kind of mixture, if you will. No offense meant for those who like this fragrance. It could be that this particular one is just offish, or it could just be that the mixture doesn't work for me. So unfortunately, the third one, which is YARA MOI, is going to be my least favorite. And let me say, it is not crowd pleasing. It is a composition that I would say possibly get a tester of this, or maybe maybe go and try it in store and see if you absolutely like it, and then you can purchase it, because it doesn't come across as crowd pleasing at all to me. However, it is a powdery peach, creamy kind of fragrance, that sort of thing. Another one that is absolutely beastly, because on 3 to 4 sprays, I could smell this the whole day, not on my arm, because like I said, I had to wash it off my arm. But then I sprayed the curtains just to make sure I wasn't judging this too quickly. And I can say I could smell this the whole day, even the next morning. It is just a polarizing kind of fragrance. So for the people who like this fragrance, it's going to be very enjoyable, value for money, and beastly. That is what I can say. So guys, that is it for today. These are the 3 fragrances I thought to bring to you all at the same time. So we had Lattafa YARA MOI, we had Lattafa TOUS, and we had Lattafa YARA, the original, guys. The only one that is missing is Assad, and Assad is the one that is masculine leaning. It is a Dior Sauvage dupe, and it has been reduped by the same company, Lattafa, and it's you know, in the Astaf bottle called Kassouf, the black one. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let's meet in that comment section where we obviously discuss more about fragrances. If Lattafa should bring another Yara, let's see, maybe it should be a woody, spicy, Middle Eastern one. I think that will be the one missing from the 4. Otherwise, at the moment, as we stand, they have done it right. They've given us a tropical one, they've given us a milkshakey, creamy, girly one, and then they've given us a powdery one in Moi, and then they've given the masculine one. So we'll see how that goes, if there's going to be an extension to this collection. Turn on post notifications, guys. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this video, and most importantly, guys, remember to subscribe. If you haven't, then why not? Thank you so much for joining me today, and remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.